Hello dear students, welcome back once again to this video tutorial. It's been a while now, however, I'm going to resume my tutorial for chapter 8. So in the previous videos we have discussed about median and quartile, that is from chapter 8. In chapter 7 we have already discussed about mean, and in today's video tutorial we will be discussing about mode. Alright. So when we talk about mode, it is referring to a number that is being repeating frequently. All right. So we can say that the mode of a set of numbers is the element that appears most frequently in the set. Okay. For example, if I have to give you an example, say this is the number series, right? 5, 7, 7, 4, 5, 6, 5, 10, 12. So if you can see here, 5, 5, 5. 5 is repeating 3 times here, 7 is repeating 2 times, 7 is repeating 2 times, and 5 is repeating 3 times. So we can say that in this series, the mode is 5 because it is being, repeating thrice more in a series of numbers. So this is how we calculate mode. Okay, but mostly this one, there are two methods to calculate mode. First one is inspection method. Inspection method. And the other one is grouping method. Now here, in inspection method, the name itself says that you can figure out, you can inspect in a number of series, in a number of in a set, the number that is repeating frequently. You can just inspect. So here we have used inspection method to figure out the mode value, right? Just by looking at it, we can say that okay, number 5 is repeating frequently, therefore our mode value is 5 here. However, this is individual series, and in different in other series like discrete series and continuous series, you will be given a frequency there. So you can check out the highest frequency. All right, in a series, you can check out the highest frequency, the highest one, and then you can calculate mode from there. There is again different. There is a formula to calculate mode for continuous series as well, both for discrete series as well as continuous series. So the formula to calculate mode is mode is equal to lower limit plus f1 minus fo divided by 2f1 minus fo minus f2 into I. Okay, this is the formula that you will be using to calculate mode. Now again, let me just show you an example of what is f1, what is fo, what is 2f1, what is I, and what is L1. Okay, so for those who have attended my class today, I'm sure you are aware of it. We have calculated, we have calculated some few sums based on that. So here, this is continuous series, right? This is question number 4. Okay. So what you can do here is this is the frequency that is given there, and this is the marks that is allotted in question number 4, practical question number 4. All right. However, in the question, if you see, you will find the data that is mostly in question number 4. The data that is given here, marks, you will see in inclusive series, that is 30 to 34, 35 to 39, 40 to 44, 45 to 49, 50 to 54, 55 to 59, and 60 to 64. But don't get confused by looking at this, marks here. Now, what we did here is that Um, okay, just a second. Now, there are two types of continuous series that you can expect. One is inclusive, the other one is exclusive. So in inclusive series, mostly, let me just write it down. In inclusive series, what you will find is you will mostly find, series like, say, 5 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, 21 to 25, 26 to 30. So if you find like this, that means that is inclusive series, okay? In exclusive series, most of the questions are based on exclusive series. Say 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, like that. So you see in exclusive series, the numbers are repeating here. 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, like that. So if you get any question in inclusive series, you have to make it exclusive series and then start calculating. But how do we make, inclusive series and exclusive series? Now remember, let me just give you this thing. 5 to 10, right? So this is lower limit and this one is upper limit. So how do we calculate now? How do we make it into exclusive? Now what do you have to do? You have to minus, that is subtract 0.5 from the lower limit and add up 0.5 in the upper limit. So if you you have to subtract 0.5 from lower limit and you have to add up 0.5 in the upper limit. So by doing so, we got 4.5 and 10.5. That is 5 minus 0.5 is 4.5. 10 plus 0.5 is 10.5. Similarly, you have to keep doing for the rest of it as well. Like 11.11. So for this one, if you minus this one, you will get 10.5. And if you here, 15.5. 15.5 to 20.5. For this one, 20.5 to 25.5. For this one, 25.5 to 30.5. Now you see, it is repeating, right? See, 10.5, 10.5, 15.5, 15.5, 20.5, 20.5, 25.5, 25.5. So now you can say that this one is exclusive series, okay? And after doing so, you can start calculating it. So, excuse me. So every time you find inclusive series, you first have to make it exclusive and then start calculating it, okay? So this is what we did here in question number 4. So here in question number 4, you see 29 point, the question was 30 to 34, 35 to 35 to 39, 40 to 44, like that. So here we made it an exclusive series by subtracting 0.5 from the lower limit and by adding 0.5 to the upper limit. So that's how we got 29.5 to 34.5, 34.5 to 39.5, 39.5 to 44.5, like that. Okay, and then you write down the frequency. Now if you write down the frequency, you can, this is inspection method. Okay, inspection. Now if you inspect from here, you see the highest frequency is 18, right? So that means this is your model class. Okay, so this is your model class. So here the model class value will be your F1. Clear? The preceding value frequency will be your FO and your succeeding value will be your F2. And since this is your model class 44.5 to 49.5, so this 44.5 will be your L1. That is what we are going to substitute in the formula L1, 44.5. And the I value here is the difference in the class interval. So how do we find out the difference in the class interval? 49.5 minus 44.5, that is upper limit minus lower limit, in order to find the differences, in order to find the class value. Okay, so if you subtract 49.5 minus 44.5, then you will get how much? 5. So this is your I value, this one. Clear? So this is how, once you get all the value, that is L1 and I, and also once you figure out which one is F1, F0 and F2, you can put that in a formula and then you will get the answer. Okay, so that way we got the answer 47.5. Clear? So this is what we do in inspection method. So if you look into your textbook, most of the questions here are given in inspection method. If the question does not tell you to calculate grouping method, then you will always go for inspection method. If it is specifically telling you to calculate mode in grouping method, then you will calculate in grouping method. Okay, that we haven't discussed yet. So if you look into your textbook, question number 5, 4, 5, question number 6, question number 7, question number 9, question number 10, all these are given up, yeah, except for question number 7. Question number 7, you're asked to calculate in grouping method. So if you look into your question, it says, from the following data, calculate the value of mode by grouping method. Okay, apart from that, the rest of it, you have to calculate in inspection method, the easy one. Okay, grouping method is also not difficult. However, it's a little lengthy process, but then we will learn how to do it now, right? Okay, so let's proceed to our grouping method. All right, so I hope you're clear with the inspection method. Now let's do the grouping method. Now in grouping method, there is a formula, all right, that you have to, apply to it. And it is clearly given in page number 251. If you refer to your textbook, page number 251, it says, before, I'm sorry, not page number 251. Sorry, it's page number 249, not 251. So it's page number 249. So if you look into the textbook, there is a steps given there for you to calculate, grouping method. Now, here it says make a grouping table consist of 6 columns. Column 1, frequencies as given in the question noted against the respective item. Column 2, the frequencies are grouped in 2. Column 3, the frequencies are grouped in 2, beginning with the second item. Column 4, the frequencies are grouped into 3s, beginning with the first item. Column 5, the frequencies are grouped into 3s, beginning with the second item. And column 6, the frequencies are grouped into 3s, beginning with the third item. So this is how we will be making our table. Once we're done with this one, once we're done making the column and then calculating it, after which we also have to make another table for analysis, okay, for analyzing which is the highest frequency. Now, that we will do once we finish and once we learn how to calculate the grouping method, okay? So I've already made a table and I'm going to calculate one question from the textbook itself. I don't want to calculate from the exercise because I want you to do it, all right, as a practice. Now you can look into the table or this tutorial, learn how to do it, and then you can write down in your notebook the exercise questions. You can try, although it is given, although you are being asked to calculate an inspection method and it is not specifically being told to calculate in grouping method, but then for your own understanding, you can always try to learn by yourself, okay, by just doing some sums and grouping method. That way it will become really easy for you. So now I have already set this question here, and what we're going to do now is first thing first, you have to make a table. So every time you're asked to make 6 columns, right? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. However, you have to make another one additional column in order to add up the series or whatever the question is given here. So in this question, we are given marks here. Okay, I'm referring to example number example 13. So this is example 13 from textbook, page number 251, page 251. So what you have to do here is you have to first make 7 columns here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first one you have to write down the class interval, and after that you have to, give the column names here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now after doing this, the column 1, if you look into the steps given there, it says the column 1, the frequencies as given in the question are noted against the respective item. So whatever item that has been given here, you have to write down the frequencies as it is. Okay, now once you write down the frequencies, you have to inspect which one is the highest here. So if I look into here, so 30 is the highest value. So what I can do is I can just circle this 30. Okay, let me use a different color. Okay, so 30 is the highest. Just keep it like this. All right. So in column 2, what you have to do in column 2, the frequencies are grouped into twos beginning with the first item. So this is the first item. So you have to group into 2. That is, you have to group this one. 1, group it. Okay. Okay. Now once you're done grouping it, you can add up. 5 plus 2, 7. Right? 20 plus 10, 30. 30 plus 18, 48. 8 plus 4, 12. Now once you're done this one, what you have to do now is, again, you have to inspect which one is the highest one. So the highest number is 48. Now let's go to column 3. So in column 3, you are being told to group the frequencies in twos beginning with the second item. So now you have to exclude this first item and you have to group it into 2. Okay, from the second item. So here 5, 10. You can just do like this. So whichever number is left out, you can just leave it like that only. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. So now you can add up. 5 plus 10, 15. 20 plus 30, 50. 18 plus 8, 26. Now after doing this one, again, what you have to do, you have to circle the highest frequency. Which one is the highest frequency? 50. Clear? After this, what you have to do, for the fourth column, you are asked to group the frequencies in threes beginning with the first item. So that is, the first item is 2. So 2, 5, 10. So 2, 2, 10. 22, 18. 22, 18. And just leave this 2 because you don't have the third number here. Now add up this 3. 10, 15, 16, 17. Write down 17. 20, 30, 18. 50, 58. Right? After which you have to, what do we have to do now? Yes, circle the highest number. Okay? For column 5, the frequencies are grouped into threes beginning with the second item. So you have to leave out the first item and then you have to plus this 3. Okay, so if it is like difficult for you to make this kind of uh, it might confuse you. So what you can do is you can just write down here also, no problem. Okay, that is 5 plus 10 plus 20. Next is what? 30, 18, and 8. So here 30 plus 18 plus 8. So if you add up this one, you get 20, 30, 35. So you can just write 35, 30, 40, 30, 40, 50, 56. So you get 56. Yeah? So here, which one is the highest value here? Again, 56 is the highest value, right? So you circle this. Okay? And the last one, what you have to do, the frequencies are grouped into threes beginning with the third item. So that is 10, 20, and 30. You will be excluding 2 and 5. So you will go from 10, 20, and 30. So you can write down here 10 plus 20 plus 30 is equal to 30, 40, 50, 60. Next, 18, 8, and 4. 18 plus 8 plus 4 is equal to 30. Correct? Now, which one is the highest value? 60 is the highest value. So you can just circle it. It's up to you if you want to circle it or not. Okay, I'm just telling you to circle it so that you can, you know which one is the highest value. Okay, this is how you make the table. Okay, we're not done yet. After we're done making this table, you have to make an analysis table again. So let's make another analysis table. All right, so in analysis table, you will not be making 6 column or 7 column, okay? So it will depend on the number of series that you got, I mean the class intervals. So if you look into the question, if we go back, so you have to look here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have to make what? We have to make 8 columns for all this plus 1 to write down the column numbers. Okay, so here what we're going to do, we're just going to write down here column number. Let me just use different ink. This is column number. So we have column 1, column 2, column 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now here, the first one is 200 to 250, right? So you have to write down here 200 to 250, 250 to 300, 300 to. So you have to write down all the class intervals here. Now, let's go back to the previous table. I want you to refer page number 252, all right, as we make this analysis table. So in column 1, if you look into column 1, the highest value is what? 30. And 30 lies in which class interval? 400 to 450. So we give values here. Okay, 400 to 450. Where is 400 to 450? 400 to 450. So we give 1 mark here. 1. Like that. Okay. Now for column 2, in column 2, let's come back here, 48. Now we go to 48 value by adding 30 and 18, right? So 30 and 18 falls in 400 to 450, 450 to 500. So we give another marking here, 400 to 450, 450 to 500. Now let's come back to column 3. For column 3, we got how much? 50. And how do we get 50? By adding 30 and 20. 30 and 20 falls under 350 to 400, 400 to 450. So 350 to 400, 400 to 450. Next. In column 4, we got 58. And how do we get 58 here? By adding how much? Sorry, it's not 58. It should be 68. Yeah. So we got 68 by adding 20, 30, and 18. So 20, 350 to 400, 400, 500, 450 to 500. Let's start from 350. So 350 to 400, 400 to 450, and 450 to 500. Yeah. Column 5, we got 56 by adding 30, 18, and 8. 30, 18, and 8. 30 falls under 400, and the last one is 550. 400 to 450. So 400, 450, and 500. 400, 450, 500. Last one. The last value here is 60, column 6. So column 6, we got 10 plus 20 plus 30. So 10, 20, and 30 from 300 onwards, right? 300, 350, and 400. So 300, 350, and 400. Now, what do we do next? We total up all this thing. So here it is nil, it is nil. We got 1, 1, 2, 3. We got 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6, 1, 2, 3, and here 1. So which one is the highest value? 6 is the highest value, right? And let's go back now. Now, if you look into your textbook, okay, the table, the the model that we got here falls under 400 to 450. And let's inspect if it is correct or not. So if you look into your textbook, you see, so if we look into your textbook, page number 251, you will see the question like this. Yeah, it's written daily wage, and it is frequency, number of workers. So you can see this is frequency. So now here we got 6 as the model value, and then this falls under 400 to 450. Now if we look here, 400 to 450, now we can inspect, right? So if we inspect this one, 400 to 450, now we can just say that this is absolutely right, because even if we do the inspection method, we are going to get 30, because 30 is the highest frequency. And by doing an analysis, we also got the same here, 400 to 450. So this is your model value. Now, after doing this analysis, you have to write down what is F1, FO, F2, and L1 and I. Okay, so this is your F1, this is your F4, this is your F4, this is your F2, and your lower limit, that is L1, is equal to 400, because this is the class interval and this is a lower limit. Your I value is 50. How do we get 50? That is 450 minus 400 will give you 50. Okay, now you have all the values, so now put this in the formula. Mode is equal to L1 plus F1 minus FO by 2 F1 minus FO minus F2 into I. Now if you put this in a formula, L1 is 400 plus F1 is how much? 30 minus FO is 20. 2F1, that is 230, minus FO is 20, minus F2 is 18, into 50. That is your value. That is the difference. Now, if we calculate this one, you will get 400 plus 10. And if you do all the needful, you should be getting 22. All right, into 50. And if you multiply, if you divide this one and multiply into 50, you should get 22.7. And the answer is 422.7. So this is your mode. Okay, so that is the modal wage earned by workers of a firm is 422 rupees and 70 paise. So I know it's a little lengthy. However, if you can grab the steps of how to calculate it, it becomes really easy. So I want you to go through this one okay, this tutorial, and tomorrow or day after, whenever I take online class, we will be solving another sum and I'll be clearing your doubts then. Okay, so do watch this tutorial, try to understand how to solve it, and then try to put into practice by solving some of the practical questions. And then if you have any other doubts, we can clear it in the online class. All right, so I think this is it for today's video. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Yeah, take care.